Hello and welcome to a Zacks and the City podcast. Now we are doing this visually. So if you go and check out our YouTube podcast channel, you can see us talking to you visually. Welcome to Germany's #1 podcast from a valuable source has said that, right?
Of course, all the valuable sources, actually.
Yes. Okay, let's tune into the music.
All right.
Hello.
Hello.
How are you doing?
I am doing wonderful.
What do you think the people think of our podcast room? Do you think they're like, wow, this is a cool room to film a podcast?
I was actually wondering, like, how much can they see in the video? Because we kind of got like
They
a
can
rat's
only
nest
see
of
the
cables.
carpet, the couch. Maybe they can also see this beautiful back roller. But yeah, they can only see like kind of like here. They could also see the plaque and our acoustic pads.
Okay, not all the cables down here.
No, I don't know. You might be able to see the cables,
All right.
but like, yeah, with cutting, we'll cut zoom.
We'll
in
make
on
it
your
look nice.
face.
All right.
We'll
No,
make
I
it
think it's
work.
cool. I think it's a nice little thing. The little sound padding here definitely makes it seem like we're real serious about the audio.
And he's
quality.
pointing at the sound pad, so if you want to go check out the YouTube,
Check out the video, guys. We're visual. We got a good lighting in here. We're in front of the camera. But this means I also have to make myself presentable for these podcasts now. I can't just show up looking like a scrub.
I'm kind of looking like a scrub right now.
I mean,
Got my merch. Merch is coming out soon. That is not a sponsor. But
I mean, it's you're sponsoring yourself, sure.
sponsoring
Just
myself.
like in life.
Yeah.
You got to be your own sponsor.
Yes, that's true. Gotta make your way through. Can't rely on others. But yeah, it was a crazy weekend, right?
It was interesting.
It started off bad for me.
What?
Yeah, because of the situation we had at after work.
Oh yeah. Well,
Guys,
all's well that ends well. I always
people
say.
need to know, okay? When people talk to me and I'm kind of like, not feeling confident as much, I just freak out.
In German, you mean?
Yeah, in German. I just freak out. This was only in German. In Germany, they like to shoo you away if you, I don't know how they choose in like these like events, sort of say. It's not a club, but like in order for you to go to this after work, they also shoo people away. If I don't know how they judge that, if they
I
shoo
think
you
it's
away.
like if there's too many dudes there and they might start turning away groups that are just dudes with no girls in them, that kind of stuff, or people who look like they're I don't know how they decide. I think it's all very like vain kind of stuff, but
Very vain.
they want to like filter the crowd and kind of choose who comes in so that the party looks really cool, I guess, and it looks like there's a lot of young hip people having fun.
That's right. And I didn't know much about this event. No one told me. All I knew was it was an after work thing. And my friend said that he's going and he asked me to come. So then I asked Zach to come. And so we all made it there and we're in line and we show up and the two bouncers are there and they're ready for questions. And I was like, our friend was, kind of in front of me and you were in front of me and they were kind of blocking me.
We kind of had like a triangle formation.
Yeah.
Right? And we weren't doing it intentionally, but the guys at the door thought it was a little bit suspicious, and they were kind of, in German, they were kind of like, hey, are you hiding your friend back there? What's up with your friend? And I was like, no, of course not. Here, look, this is Zacks.
And it was me. And I mean, I could barely hear it because the music was pretty loud. It was pretty loud, so I didn't know what they were talking about because I was like behind them, behind my friend and Zach. And then since they thought Zach and our friend was trying to hide myself, they want to question me.
Yeah, they were suspicious immediately.
They thought I was the one that's not supposed to be there. And so, first question they ask, are you all 25? And then they look straight at me and like, are you all 25? And I say, yeah. And then he's like, you are, or something like. He's like,
he like asked us, and then we were like, yeah, sure. And then he like
Then he
looked right at you, and
questioned
he's like, "You are you 25?" And you're like, Yeah.
Yeah. And I was like, yeah. Because I just freak out. If someone's asking me, I'm just, yeah. Which is probably not the right answer to say. I probably should have just said, ich weiß nicht, or something like that. But I just said, yeah. And then he goes, wie alt bist du? And I look him dead in the eyes and was like, 24. And he goes, you lied to me. And I was like, and I still am freaking out. Didn't understand what he just said. And he just said, yeah. I was like, yeah, I agree to.
Yeah, I lied to you.
And I didn't know he said, you lied to me until I asked Zach after we got in. And then he's like, okay. And then he talked something else. Didn't understand what he said. And Zach and our friend understood. And he let us go through. And as I'm getting my hand stamped, he looks at me dead in the eyes and goes, ehrlich sein. And that means, didn't know what it meant either. My German's not that bad, but I just freak out when I'm in these circumstances, in these situations. And he looks at me and just says, ehrlich sein. And I just go, ja, danke.
Yeah.
Which makes no sense, really.
Do all.
It's like me. It's like someone saying, be honest. And you're like, yes, thank you.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know how he let me in, how he got in, no idea. Because I guess the event, you had to be 25.
Yeah, I didn't know that either, like going up, but yeah, I guess that's.
But they still let me in, even though I lied to him, and he called me out for lying. And then maybe it's because of my smile.
I think it's the winning smile.
It is. I mean, I looked at him and I smiled and I said, I'm just happy to be here, sir. Gave him a handshake and said, es tut mir leid. And then we had a great night, That was a great night. Met some new people.
I think the guy was kind of like messing with you a little bit. I also don't think it's that big a deal if you're like a couple months under 25 or whatever. But he was funny about it. Though. He had a good attitude about it.
He saw my videos.
Yeah,
and he knew.
Maybe he might have been like, oh,
he knew that I was a jokester.
There's no way he's 25.
He's a jokester, or I mean, if he would have known I could have said 25. He's like, when's your birthday? I would just said like February 2nd, 1998.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not that hard. Okay, I have another topic we can talk about.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so like people come up to me all the time, just like fans saying, hey, I know you, great work, awesome videos and everything. There was one time we went to this comedy event, that comedy show thing.
Like, it was like we went out to dinner and then just the place we were eating dinner just happened to have like a stand-up comedy night that we didn't know about. Yeah, and we just showed up and then all of a sudden like there's a big crowd that gathers and people get on stage and start like talking. It's like, okay,
yes,
dinner with a show.
Yeah, exactly. And that there was this one dude that just comes straight up to me, looks at me, is like, hey, it's me. And I was like, who are you? And he's like, it's me. Remember, we played board games together. And I'm like, when did I ever play board games? Like, the only time I played board games was at a friend's house. And it wasn't like a lot of people there. Yeah. It was just like maybe 2 other people. And I'm like, I don't remember playing board games with you, man. And he's like, yes, remember at the Spiel Bar? I'm like, dude, I don't know what you're talking about. I really have no idea. And he's like, really? I was like, no, couldn't even say your name, dude. I have never seen you in my life. And he's like, how do I know you then? And he's like, wait, you're that YouTuber. And I'm like, now you got it. It was just like, you have those awkward moments. And I'm just like.
Yeah, where someone's like they think they know you from somewhere. And like it's really, from seeing your face on social media or whatever, but they think they know you from somewhere, so they like look at you and then you like notice them like just kind of staring at you, and then you're like, oh, this person like thinks they know me. And you might think like, oh, it's probably because of TikTok, but then they don't realize that yet, so they think it's something else, and so you just have like this weird awkward like stand.
So awkward, dude. I'm just like, happens, but there's always these weird awkward moments. But I love meeting my fans. I mean, I'm really a generous person, and I will have a conversation with you. I'll talk with you. Sometimes I talk for a while because I'm a talker. So I might take too much of your time if you come and meet me, I might be taking too much of your time because I just keep on talking and I like
flip it
meeting
on
people.
them.
Yeah, they're like,
that
oh,
Uno
shoot.
reverse card.
They're like not used to small talk, and I'm like, dude, I'm a small talk pro.
Yeah.
I'm coming at you with my American small talk, and they're like, oh shoot. There's always these people, okay? Standing in line. This girl looks at me. Literally. This chick looks at me and goes, my friends send me all your videos. And then there's me. Oh, really? That's awesome. You know, that's cool that you support. And she's like, they're not funny.
Oh.
I hate them. I report them, and I just put them away and delete them. And I'm like, thanks.
Sad.
And then I just walk away. But that happened to me, dude. I was like, oh, my. This is directness.
Yeah.
I was like, there's like, you know, Mama always told me, if you have nothing good to say, don't say it at all. But that did not
you
work
could just not say that.
Or like reading my Facebook reviews.
Yeah.
We can read them right now.
Oh, you got some reviews on Facebook.
Because at Facebook you can review the profile.
That's which is so weird to me. It's like you're like I guess it's probably for businesses or whatever.
Is. It's for like business.
It's like you're a business, like your videos.
And so, what do people have to say? I have a total of 8 reviews.
Nice.
If you go and review my Facebook, please give me a
Make
5
it positive.
star. Yeah, because like Mama said, if you have nothing good to say, don't say it at all.
Or we do it like we said with the podcast reviews the other week.
Just give it a 5 star.
You could give it a 5 star, even if you say bad stuff. Even if you're just like this is the most annoying guy ever. Just as long as you give 5 stars, it's all good.
Star for
just
being
5
annoying.
stars, and yeah, just 5 stars, and
star.
then just air all your complaints. That's fine.
So we have a 5 star, okay, and it's saying Zach is absolutely brilliant for conveying his experiences as an American in Germany. I really enjoy his videos, and this is probably like a whole book worth of a review right there, so I won't read it all. And then the next one under is a 1-star review. The most annoying person on the internet. Not funny at all.
That's kind of impressive, though, to be the most annoying.
Dude, that is true. I am the most annoying person on the internet. Dude, that could be like a start to a YouTube video.
You are more annoying than the annoying orange. Did you know the annoying orange still
annoying
posts
orange
videos?
and that was the Fred era too.
But the annoying orange is still like an active account. Like they still post videos like multiple times a week. Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's like still like an ongoing account.
That's like 5th grade for me, 8th grade for you or something.
Like at least 10 years old. That's a long time.
Yeah, it's crazy. And then you have like the other person. Can I read it in German or should I translate it to English?
You can give it a shot.
Okay, I'll read it in German and Zach will translate it in English. So they say, leider ist einfach nicht lustig, so wie es wohl gerne wäre. Lediglich, das letzte Video mit den Eiskugeln ist tatsächlich etwas witzig. Der Rest ist überheblich.
Yeah, he basically is like, he's not as funny as he thinks he is. Except that one video that he made about the ice cream scoops. That was really good, but the rest are all bad. That's kind of what he said.
Oh, man. You guys think these reviews hurt me, but they don't.
It's kind of funny.
I get a good chuckle out of them. Because I don't care what other people think. If I did care, I wouldn't be doing these things on the internet.
That is true. You got to have tough skin.
But, yeah, true that.
But,
big props for our videos on YouTube too.
Yeah.
Because you see behind you, we got the plaque.
The
silver plaque for reaching 100K. And that's it.
And the gold one's coming soon.
Gold one. We need 1 million. So just go destroy that subscribe button while you're at it and we'll hit the mill. Thank you for watching if you watch the YouTube videos.
Yeah, leave some comments, people, on what you think about the video. We're also it's gonna be a learning process.
Yeah, we got a good video coming up.
Are we trying to post this as a full episode?
Yep.
Full episode.
This is a full episode. You can only post full episodes on the thing.
Yeah. So I guess we've done like video clips before on Instagram,
but
not never the full episode.
This is gonna be a full episode, so yeah, it's gonna be good.
That is truly amazing. Yeah, it's gonna be a learning process, people. We're gonna have to figure out how we do this.
Because it's a lot of work for people who don't know how much work that is.
That's true. I mean, if you think the episode's like 30 minutes that we post, that means we probably have at least 40 minutes of like audio usually, or 35, whatever. And that means you have to, spend a minimum of those 40 minutes listening through the thing, but also all the time that you're spending cutting and repeating something. It usually comes out to like an hour for me, I guess.
Yeah.
To cut like a half-hour episode of the pod.
That's gonna be the nice thing about podcasts are I don't have to do much editing. It's literally just slice and dice, zoom in, zoom out, and then I'm good.
I'll cut video editing, you mean?
Yeah, because like when I edit like a YouTube video, like any of our YouTube videos, I have to add sound effects. I have to add these like features. I have to add all these like other things to make it so much more cooler. But with the podcast, we can just like. It's going to be like more minimal cutting only when we have those long pauses where we're discussing something or if we have to.
I mean, it depends how you want to do. I cut like usually there's more cutting than you'd think.
I think there are going to be more
like
cutting.
The full episode.
I mean,
there will
have to be cutting because like it's not just going to be the standstill of us sitting here. I'll have zoom in clips of when you're talking.
But I also mean just from the audio perspective, like just. There's a lot more like little ums and likes in there. I mean, it depends on how we are. Like, I think today we're pretty like back and forth. Like we kind of get that energy. But I'm telling you, like as the guy who's like cut these, some days like it feels like we're just talking in slow mo, and you're just like, "This is I can't even listen to this."
Oh my god! But we're gonna have to watch
cutting out the little breaks between words because you're just like, "How are they talking this slow? Like, how can there be that much space between?"
But we're gonna have to actually improve that because with a visual podcast, you can't just like cut it because because otherwise it looks like it lags. So we're gonna have to be.
It's true. We're gonna have to think. We're gonna
have to, bounce back and be.
We gotta keep it electric.
Yeah, electric. Boom.
We got to
do
like 100 milligrams of caffeine.
Yes.
Like we'll take pre-workout right before we record you.
Boom, dude. That's right. We'll be going off. We'll be going bonkers. Off the walls. A great word to use in English is bonkers. Bonkers. We'll go bonkers. Which is like crazy.
We could incorporate like noisemakers in the pie, like a morning radio show.
Yeah,
like a horn.
Hey, we got the
like a police siren.
Dude, we could do that. I actually, now that we're doing visuals, I'm gonna be looking up softwares to do like some call-ins, so we could like put on our thing on our story that we'll do one call-in, and then they can ask. We can do two call-in questions per podcast or something. If it's like not this late at night, but if we film it, I don't know, on a Saturday midday.
Yeah.
And we just do random call-ins. They can ask us any question.
That would be cool. That's like a technical challenge. But people have done it. You gotta go on there and like a video call or something, and
it doesn't have to be a video call. It just has to.
Call, but
I mean, it has to be. It could be a phone call, and we just put it on speaker and put it towards the mic.
What? You think that's gonna come out sounding good? We'll see, people. We don't want to. Maybe we shouldn't talk too much about how the sausage is made here, but we got. That's the other thing is like I think a lot of people don't have a huge idea of like what exactly your whole production looks like.
Probably not.
I think a lot of people think it's more professional like than it is, or I don't know. They think that you might have like a whole team of people or whatever.
No, it's just me.
It's just you. I'm over here cutting the podcast. You're cutting your own videos. Like it's
not actually like a lot of work.
So a lot of, like any of these new features we're trying to add.
It's just more time.
It's like stuff that we have to figure out, right? Like we have to find the solution ourselves and research that and figure out how to do these things. We don't have like a team, like we don't have anybody whose full-time job it is to like, figure out how to edit our videos and make cool things happen. Like we have to do our regular full-time jobs in it and also make the content and also figure out how to edit the best, which is why, when you're looking at like these really big professional influencers, they often have like really cool things that they do, right? These really cool like different video formats and stuff. And it's, and you take inspiration from that, but you can't necessarily do everything if you're doing like the
you're only one person.
But we're going to try.
I try to do a YouTube video like long form. I'm trying to do one a week. Now I'm doing reaction videos, which did really successful. So I'm gonna keep that up.
Which one did you react to?
I reacted to Nick Alfieri. Shout out Nick. He lives in Schwabers Hall. But I did a video of him making a video about underrated things in Germany.
Oh, yeah.
And then I just put my 2 cents in it, reacted to what he said, agreed or disagreed. A lot of the things I agreed with, except the housing one, where I agree with it, but then it's like agree, but I disagree from my own perspective. But I understand why other people agree with it. But it was a good video, and I think doing those will also be really successful. So I'm going to keep on doing reacting videos. I have another one that I'm going to probably film this week. We also film the TikTok, so we have to take the time to film. Then I have to cut it and then add all the sound effects and add the captions. And even captions are just a lot more like you don't realize how long captions take till you have to do them. Because you get to a fully edited video and you're like, dang, I'm done. But then you're like, shoot, I have to add captions. And that's another 45 minutes.
Yeah, you have to go through and just... I mean, it's kind of like mindless work a little bit. So,
yeah.
Like, you can kind of like do it while whatever.
I do it when I'm bored.
Yeah, it's almost like relaxing a little bit because you're not like making like decisions. Like, you're not thinking like, all right, how long does this scene need to be before I switch it? Like, you're not like thinking about transitions or whatever. You're just like... What did I say in this 5 seconds? All right, write it down. All right, what did I say in this? So I can't wait for those like I don't know the AI caption things to be
better.
Yeah, because right now they're like they make them and depending on what program you use, you can use them. But the one like the program I'm using doesn't have them, and they're not always that like super accurate. But I think that's going to be one of the nice things about the AI
really
that's going to immediately benefit us.
Yeah, and so I mean a lot of work goes into it, and also just brainstorming ideas. That's also a lot of work. Like, man, or like when we wanted to film a video. We were filming 2 videos. We were filming for a YouTube video that's coming up in a few weeks. So, because you have to prep for these videos.
Like we film stuff now, or like last weekend or whatever. That's gonna be in a video in a month.
Yeah. Just like that, and then like with we wanted to film a video, another TikTok short form video. But unfortunately, the weather wasn't in our favor, and it was pouring, and we couldn't film it. And so, yeah, that's kind of like you have to hold off on it, and then we had to substitute that for the video that came out today, which was no problem. But, like, it doesn't always flow that way where I have a video that can be shot anytime.
Yeah.
So, like, yeah, luckily enough, that video worked out. It's doing pretty successful today, and yeah, but the brainstorming is definitely, it's difficult. Yesterday, I was just sitting in my bed probably for like 2 hours, just like, what are other ideas? I was trying my best, dude, to come out with writing more video ideas, but I was, there's something called creator's block where you have, all of a sudden you have so much good ideas. That's why you have to write them down. Always write down your ideas. And then all of a sudden, 3 days later, nothing. Yeah. Not even a single thing. You can't even. Nothing sounds good to you. So, but we're working on it. But I'm also really, really interested in trying stand-up comedy. Yeah.
You were inspired by the dinner with the stand-up comedians there.
That wasn't really that inspiring, but it actually inspired me that I could go up there and be pretty funny.
I think. Yeah, I guess because I mean I don't. We're not naming names here.
I'm not trying to shame anyone.
Not shaming anyone, but yeah, the comics, it was like, they weren't headlining here, right? They weren't selling tickets. They're not like celebrities. They were just some guys that, I don't know, maybe do this as a hobby. So they got up there and they like told a couple of jokes and told a couple of stories. And like they were, entertaining overall, but like they weren't, I don't know. I think for me, it was kind of like, I think I know what you mean with like, it almost gave you like a little bit of optimism. Because you're comparing yourself when you think of stand-up comedy usually to like professionals, right? Like the top level of the top level, like John Mulaney or whatever, Jerry Seinfeld, Kevin Hart. Like you're thinking like, all right, the stand-up comics that I usually watch on YouTube are like the professionals, right? That's like, thinking like, oh, maybe I could, play basketball, and then watching like LeBron James highlights and just being like, oh, maybe that's not for
Yeah,
me. You know,
yeah.
that rim is pretty high up. I don't think I could dunk on that. Like, it's like,
Yeah,
of course, you
yeah.
don't need to like be an NBA player, right off the bat. And so I think that was good because you just, yeah,
It was good
it made you-
introduction.
yeah,
for
give you like
me.
a realistic picture of like, okay, this is more what it's gonna look like when you
Yeah,
start out.
yeah.
You're not immediately gonna be on stage in like a stadium, and you're
Yeah,
not gonna, like
yeah.
it's a lot less pressure than that.
And you know what? A lot of people, a lot of podcasters. I'm only speaking for the U.S., but a lot of podcasters are stand-up comedians.
That's
You got
true.
Kevin Hart. He has his. It's not a podcast. It's kind of like a podcast, but it's like a show.
Yeah.
Then you have his show. He's a comedian. You got Theo Vaughn, really successful podcast, comedian.
Yeah.
So, podcast, I could be the comedian,
Hey.
the European American comedian.
Yeah. I've seen other like TikTokers that do that too. I mean, they kind of, when COVID blew up during like TikTok, and then
Yeah.
I know at least a few examples that have just like after that have started like doing some stand-up routines, and now they, in addition to the regular videos, you also see they post videos of them on stage doing like a
That little
routine,
stand
which
up.
is like, it's cool. I mean, it's, if people think you're funny, you already have the platform to kind of reach out to
Yeah.
people and be like, hey, I'm doing a stand-up here.
I think I could bring quite a bit of people from Stuttgart to a place, but I
Yeah.
don't know if I want to do that on my first
You
one.
might need to just hit some open mics, wear like one of those disguises, with the glasses and the fake nose and the mustache. Just be like, hey guys, I'm here to talk about what it's like to be an American in Germany. I mean, Canadian in Germany.
I'm freaking Canadian.
Exactly.
I'm a Canadian dude from. If anybody asks where I'm from Windsor.
Windsor. No.
When in doubt, I'm from Windsor,
I live
Canada.
like 30 minutes from Windsor, and I've never met anyone from Windsor. I didn't think people live there. I think it's just a casino.
Yeah, it's just the American high schoolers, seniors that
Yeah.
just go to Windsor for a quick trip to try gambling for the first time. Gosh. Oh my
Windsor,
gosh.
Canada.
Yeah, there's a few times where we're in the we're in the city, and like random people, kind of weird people, they came up to us and was like, "Hey, are you American?" And my friend just goes, "Nope, we're Canadian. No, nothing to do with America. We're Canadian."
It
And then
works
they just
for us
walk away.
because we got the accent that's like
And
kind of
Midwest,
close to
yeah.
the Midwest accent. It's like close enough to Canadian.
Dude, you just gotta say Bud and A. No,
Bud
Bud.
and
That's not us, eh? You're
it's
talking
close
to wrong
enough that
people.
there's like, I'm not saying I can like do a Canadian accent perfectly or whatever, but like I've talked to Canadians that pretty much talk the same as me. Like some of them have like,
Yeah.
there's more or less accent depending on who you're talking to. But I've met some that pretty much sound the same.
Yeah, I
So
agree.
It's
I
a lot.
agree.
We can still do that. If you come out with like the Boston accent,
Yeah, I was just gonna say
like
that, dude.
or like a Southern accent, no chance. You gotta own up to it. You're American. Good luck.
Imagine they're like in the U.S. Someone's like, "Oh, where are you from?" Like, "Nah, man, I'm from Canada.
Yeah.
I have my rodeo back down there."
But the other people that could do it, I feel like you could have some like Latino people from the U.S.
Yeah,
right? Even if they've never lived a day in Mexico, they could just walk around in Germany and be like, yeah, I'm from Mexico. Crazy Americans, They could do the same thing. It works. It's just the same.
Oh man, that's true. That's true. That's true. Have you ever been to a German hospital?
Yes. Not as often as you, I don't think. I haven't really injured myself, so I haven't been, as a patient, I haven't really been to a German hospital. But I've been there. I've brought some people there because they were having problems. And I guess I've just like walked through a couple times.
One of my weirdest experiences in Germany was going to the dentist, because I schedule, brand new here in Deutschland. I'm like, gotta get my teeth clean. Free insurance, free health care. Well, not free, but like universal health care. Take advantage of this, Go dentist. Call. Hi, can I schedule a dentist appointment? Yeah, sure. Come on this date. When was the date? Probably like 4 months in advance, but it's all good. 4 months go by, go dentist. Waiting in that waiting room, the waiting rooms in Germany, it's like an actual like room It's not like an open area.
It's like a closet.
It's like a closet, and there's just white chairs, and people are just like, you walk in, and people are just like,
just look.
Servus. They just watch you sit down, and you're like, I'm just sitting there like, oh, this is weird. I feel like I'm in like an intervention. I'd be like, ich bin Zack. Ich komme aus den USA. Und ich bin hier für Zähne putzen. And I feel like we just gotta all talk and like it's kind of like a rehab meeting, kind of like it's like situated like
just
that.
Start introducing yourself
because it's literally like a circle, dude. Yeah. It goes the chairs go all the way to the door. Okay, but moving forward, funny experience. That was the first weird experience. They come. Zachary, like right here. Come with me.
Did you want to say your name on the podcast?
We're bleeping that out, and you'll hear 98. All right, I just cut it and bleep it. Okay, whatever. Zach, 98, come here. And I'm like, yeah, sit in that seat. Dentist will come. Good call, but that was a good catch. And then, boom, I'm sitting there. Dentist comes. He's like, all right, can you open your mouth? And I'm just like, probably didn't open my mouth. Probably just like, he's like,
just opens your mouth for you.
Because I didn't speak. I was okay in German, but I wasn't that confident. I was like fresh out of the U.S. Only been here 3 months or something, 4 months. And takes his little mirror thing, the little mirror, that they have in the teeth. Okay, we're done. And I'm like, huh? You tooth putzen. Putzen. And he's like, no. You didn't schedule that. I was like, you think I'm just coming here to get a little mirror check? He didn't even take x-rays. He didn't do anything.
He's just making sure they're all there.
He's just like, I don't know what he was looking for. He was looking to see if I needed some Zahnseide through my teeth. And I'm like, what? He's like, nope. You have to schedule a cleaning with the different people. I'm like, are you serious? Sorry, guys, the camera turned off. But yeah, Zach was just saying that it works a little different, and there's a hygienist that cleans your teeth.
Yeah, we're learning about the whole podcast video thing. We live and we learn.
I just looked. The camera was rolling for 40 minutes, so there must be like a 40-minute timer on it. I can probably change that to like an hour.
40 minutes, though, that's way too long. We should be keeping these under 40 minutes. Come on, chop.
But there's a lot of other things.
All right.
But basically, the podcast is done for now.
All right.
Thank you for tuning in. Check out the new YouTube podcast profile and subscribe to stay up to date. You can see us, what we actually look like. Maybe some people don't know what we look like. Maybe they do. I don't know. And yeah.
Thank you to Marvin Pfeiffer for the wonderful intro music.
Yeet, yeet. And yeah. Remember to brush your teeth.
Brush your teeth. Peace out.
Peace out.